In this session, we are going to deal with the special case of LPP called unbound solution using simplex method. We have already dealt with this particular situation under graphical method, wherein under graphical method an unbound solution is identified by the absence of upper boundary of the feasible region. Let us see how do we identify it under simplex method. Now, given this particular problem as an illustration, it's being said the objective of this particular problem is to maximize the objective function z is equal to 10x1 plus 20x2 subject to constraints 2x1 plus 4x2 greater than or equal to 16 and x1 plus 5x2 greater than or equal to 15, with the non-negative restrictions being given as x1 comma x2, which are decision variables whose value can never be negative. That is, therefore x1 comma x2 are both greater than or equal to 0. Now, given this particular problem, the first step to solve any simplex method problem is to convert inequality into equality. So, under converting inequality into equality, the operators of the STCs over here, which are greater than or equal to, have to be converted into equalities. Now, the rules for converting inequality into equality when your operator is greater than or equal to type is, you will subtract a surplus variable and add an artificial variable. So, as the first STC 2x1 plus 4x2 were greater than or equal to type, we subtracted one surplus variable and added an artificial variable. Similarly, we went to the second constraint x1 plus 5x2. Because this constraint was also greater than or equal to type, we have subtracted a surplus variable and added an artificial variable a2 and converted this inequality into equality. Now, once these particular two variables have been introduced over here in a STC to convert inequality into equality, we have to see to that these particular variables find its place in the objective function also. So, your objective function was 10x1 plus 20x2. Now, we have to make a place for s1, s2 surplus variable and a1, a2 that is artificial variable. Surplus variables do not contribute anything to the profit, nor does it affect any way the cost. So, therefore, the coefficient of surplus variables are 0 in the objective function. So, when we record this thing in the objective function, we will record as plus 0 s1 and plus 0 s2. So, this is to do with the surplus variable. What has to be done with an artificial variable? Artificial variable are a non-existing variable. We have introduced it to meet the norms of the initial simplex table. Now, these artificial variable carry the coefficient capital M, which in OR terminology is a huge penalty. So, we have MA1 and MA2. Regarding the sign, if your objective is to maximize, these are penalties. So, if it's a maximize function, you will include it with a negative sign. If it was a minimization problem, you would have introduced with it with a plus sign. Now, once this particular thing is being done, we will go for a non-negative restrictions. Whatever variables we have introduced, we'll apply the non-negative restrictions on that, which will state that these variables cannot take up the negative values. So, therefore, we will write down x1 comma x2 are decision variable, s1 and s2 are surplus variable, and a1 and a2 are artificial variable. All are greater than or equal to 0, which means that these variables cannot attain a negative value.